and welcome to Trav Talk TV.
This episode has been brought to you by the Lalit Suri Hospitality Group.
News this week. ASSOCHAM organized a Think Tourism, Think India meet.
It brings all stakeholders on a common platform to discuss the way forward as far as the tourism in India is concerned, issues that impact tourism and areas that we need to focus, our strategy for a responsible tourism and inclusiveness.
We are a lot into heritage tourism. We created a heritage site at Rewari. We run this heritage train and all these luxury trains which are there. And then IRCTC is taking a lot of measures towards promoting rail tourism. But rail tourism is basically has two meanings. One is rail tourism per se, that you travel on a train because the train itself is a destination. And the second is it takes you to various destinations which are tourist destinations. The only heritage train in India right now is the Ferry Queen. Yeah, that was started in the year 1997. And it's hauled by the oldest running steam engine in the world, and it runs twice a month between October to March between Delhi and Alwa.
Tourism has evolved largely on the backing of industrial academic collaborations in every places where tourism has succeeded very nicely. Something which is needs to be done in India. So we thought of having a collaboration with one of the biggest academic bodies under Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, IITT-MM. So Yes Bank and IITT-MM have signed this MOU today to undertake large amount of activities, and the work plan will be shared very shortly, but we are very excited about this particular MOU.
With 5.8 lakh e-tickets in a single day, IRCTC books the highest ever train tickets. The e-ticketing website of the IRCTC has once again broken its record of booking the highest ever tickets in a single day, achieving 5.8 lakh e-tickets on March 19th. The earlier highest was on September 2nd last year, when it booked 5.72 lakh e-tickets. Presently, the site books more than 4.63 lakh tickets with an average of 9.47 lakh passengers daily, with a 20% increase in the number of tickets and a 38% increase in the number of passengers in 2013. CII organizes a roundtable meeting on sports tourism.
We will, jointly with some of the other associations, organize, one or two sports events which can be really marketed abroad. When you play the game, you have to be innovative. How you can capitalize and how you can convert that game or that sports event into a tourism event also. And how your nation, your organization can benefit by exploiting that to the fullest.
Inbound is growing by 5 to 7%. That's adventure tourism, and domestic adventure tourism is growing by 12 to 15%. Again, as per industry estimates, we have about 2 million adventure tourists in the country today.
We have to invest in the infrastructure, we have to create an environment for tourism to be the money spinner for sports in the future as well. But the sports can be an attractive placement of events to create the brand for the cities and for your nation. And I think this is very important, where it is necessary for the industry, as Mr. Goyal mentioned, to join hands with sporting events, create those sporting events, create interest around them, and build up Indian tourism around those sporting events as well.
Manipur to host India's first Eco-Tourism Conclave from April 7th to the 8th. The government of Manipur, in collaboration with Eco-Tourism Society of India, is set to organize the first edition of Eco-Tourism Conclave in Imphal on April 7th and 8th. The conclave will coincide with the International Thailand-Bhutan Car Rally arriving in Manipur on April 7th. V.K. Duggal, Governor of Manipur, will be the chief guest of the conclave. ATAOI plans to create, connect, catalyze and conserve at its convention this year. The Adventure Tour Operators Association of India will host their convention this year at Shivpuri in Uttarakhand. Rajesh Ojha, Executive Committee Member, ATAOI and Convention Chairman, said that from a product or marketing move, adventure tourism moves around the four pillars of create, connect, catalyze and conserve. And it would be interesting to explore the four stages in which people travel. Tourism Malaysia focuses on South India.
Ocean is big. I mean, depending on the markets, for Malaysia, South contributes to more than 3/4 of all Indian movers in the country. Cochin, Trivandrum, Chennai, there is still very high interest in the country. The temporary setback or plateauing of arrivals has little to do with the popularity of the destination. It had more to do with the situation here, with the economy, with the exchange rate disadvantage for Indian travellers.
IHG launches its 265-room property in Delhi's Aerocity. IHG announced its entry into Aerocity with the launch of the Holiday Inn New Delhi International Airport. It is the second Holiday Inn hotel in the capital and 9th in the country. With Gurgaon and South Delhi located a few kilometers away, the hotel is well connected via a national highway and the airport metro. Postponed due to elections, Gujarat Travel Mart will now be held from June 24th to the 26th. The fourth edition of Gujarat Travel Mart was earlier scheduled to be held from March 27th to the 29th in Gandhinagar. Postponed due to the impending national elections in April and May, the travel and tourism event will be held in June at the Mahatma Mandir Convention Centre. With that, it's a wrap on this edition, but do look out for our next bulletin.
This episode has been brought to you by the Lalit Suri Hospitality Group.